everyone, and welcome back to Chef Sherry's Plant-Based Kitchen. Today we're going to make some comfort food. It's winter here in Chicago, a very gloomy, cold day, and I was looking through this big accordion folder I have where I keep, I'm telling you, hundreds of recipes, and I came across one that I don't think I have made, I bet, in years, and it's called a spinach mushroom quiche with a potato crust. And it was created by Campbell, who wrote the Plant Pure Nation cookbook. I'm not sure that recipe is in here, but it looks like she gave it to one of her groups to try, and they made it. So we're going to make it today. So I went ahead and did a few things, so we don't have to be together for too long today, but it's easy to do. So the first thing that you want to do is make the potato crust. So you have to preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and then I took 2 yellow russet potatoes, big ones, and I didn't even peel them because they, the skin is fine in this recipe. And I used a hand grater, grated 2 of those potatoes, and then I squeezed out all the water, and I put them in a bowl, and then what I added to the potatoes were chia seeds that had been soaked in water. And if you've ever had chia seeds, you can make what's called a chia seed pudding, and it gets real thick. And so this is in replacement of like flax. We decided to use chia seeds today, and it's real thick and pudding-like, and you throw that into the potato mixture in a bowl, along with, I believe, salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. And I mixed it up with my hands, and I put it into my pie plate like this and pushed it down. I actually put some parchment paper on the bottom so it wouldn't stick. I put it into the 400-degree oven, and I baked it for almost 15 minutes until I could see it was golden brown. And then I just let it cool, and it's real hard and beautiful crust we've got going there. So we'll set that aside. The next thing I did to prepare for this quiche was I took a bunch of vegetables, and as Campbell says, you don't have to limit it to these vegetables. You might add other vegetables in, it doesn't matter. But what she told us to add in would be 1 onion that I chopped, and I put all of this into a big fry pan, 3 cloves of garlic, 8 ounces of mushrooms that I sliced, and the garlic was of course minced, and what else? A little bit of fresh thyme and rosemary, and I just sauteed this for about 8 minutes. And you can see what it looks like. I used frozen spinach. I used 1 package of frozen spinach, about 16 ounces. And it looks like this. The one thing you have to do, though, after this cools down is take it a little bit in your hands and squeeze the water out. So you need another bowl to put it in because you don't want the quiche to be mushy. So squeeze the water out of the vegetable mixture. But that's ready to go. Now the last step, I'm going to show you how to do it. We took a whole package of extra firm tofu, and we're going to add into that some nutritional yeast. That's a 1/4 cup. And again, I'll put this recipe under my YouTube channel under the description section, so you don't have to remember the exact measurements. And then we're going to add some turmeric, some salt and pepper, and we're going to add that. And I'm just going to put the food processor on until it gets nice and smooth. Shouldn't take long. This is really an easy recipe. It's just the prep work again. As long as you get the crust ready and the veggies, this is it. This is the last step. So I would say the whole thing took me maybe 30 minutes to do all of this. And then all you're going to do is stick it in the oven and enjoy it. So let's see what this looks like. It's getting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push some of this down the side so it's all nicely incorporated. Whoops. There we go. This is a wonderful thing to have for dinner, or you can have it for breakfast or lunch, or if you're having company over for brunch, even better. So during the holidays, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of relatives around. This is a good one to put out. Give it a few more seconds. That's all you have to do. And I'm going to show you how creamy it is. Let me take this off. Can you see? That's what it looks like. So now we're going to fold this into our vegetables. I'm going to just check this. And we're going to do all this together. So let's put this over here for now so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to add this into the veggies that I already sauteed. And you don't saute them in anything because the onion and the mushroom gives off water, so you don't have to add water to this. Okay, let's get that in. Do you remember having this recipe, Dale?
I do.
Remember, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
It's been a while.
I really don't remember the last time I
Very
made it.
good, though.
And I don't know why I haven't made it for a while, but here it is. Oh, I think I look in the refrigerator and I see what ingredients I have. I had a ton of mushrooms, onions. I said, well, and spinach. I said, I think this will work, and it does. Let me just scoop out the rest real quickly. I think I'm going to take a nice walk this afternoon. It's got another hour before it gets dark, and I need some exercise. I've been sort of in the house today doing housework and that kind of stuff, and now it's time to just relax and have a little walk. Okay, got most of it out. So let me use this. We're just going to incorporate it nicely. So this is a quiche that obviously is eggless because we're using tofu. And it's beautiful. So the turmeric gives it a nice yellow color, which you would have if you were having an egg quiche. And I'll show you in a second once I incorporate all this. But you can begin to see that it's got a little bit of yellow tint to it from the turmeric. And turmeric is so good for us. It's a nice anti-inflammatory. And it helps to keep your blood pressure nice and even and low. So that looks perfect. I've incorporated everything. And the last step, almost the last step I should say, the next to last step is we're just going to put this on top of the cooled potato crust. My mouth is watering already looking at this thing. Oh, it's so pretty. It really is a beautiful, beautiful dish. Okay, we have to get it nice and evenly distributed here. It's a lot of filling I've got. It's going to be a high pie. Okay, oops, that didn't get mixed up. Let's mix that spinach up a little. There's so much in here, I lost a little bit there in the mixing. Okay, there we go. I'm going to just pile it on, then we'll flatten it out a little. There we go. So next month, the Vegan Volunteer Corps, when we go down to the shelter in Chicago, we're going to have our second annual soup tasting contest, which is really fun. So we pick the best soups that we know of, and we make about 4 of them, and then the residents at the shelter rate them and vote on them, for their favorite soup. So this year I think we're doing Chef Del Schroof's potato dill soup, which is excellent. We might do, I think maybe we might try that calico bean soup that I showed you once, and a couple others. I'm still deciding which others to use. We have to get 4 that are a little each different than each other. One a creamy soup, one a bean soup. We'll figure it out. Okay, so look how pretty this looks. Now, what I want to do is I want to just flatten it a little bit because I'm going to top it now with these little cherry tomatoes all the way around. We're going to make a pretty little design, and I used dark red and the lighter red, so we'll try and alternate them a little bit. I know I have a lot more of the light red one, so I have to, maybe every third one I'll do a dark one. So you do this all the way around your pie, or you could use big slices of tomatoes too. It doesn't matter, whatever you have on hand. That's what I say, whatever's in the kitchen, use it. So other things that you might add to this quiche might be broccoli or cauliflower, what else, zucchini. There's so many vegetables that you could add. They would all be delicious. Let's see if I have enough tomatoes here cut up. I think I'm going to have a perfect amount. Maybe a few extras. I may have to just eat them, which is always good. We can squeeze a few more around here. Oh, I'll just use them all up. Almost done. Isn't that pretty, Dale?
Very nice.
So delicious. Okay, we've got a couple more. And that is it. Now it goes into the oven, and I believe you bake it for 30 to 40 minutes.
check it, and it's uncovered. Let's see, let it stand then for another 15 to 20 minutes after you take it out of the oven so it has a chance to set, and then it's very easy to slice. So here it goes into the oven.
And the oven is set at 375 degrees. There we go. I'm going to set my timer for 35 minutes. I'll check it then. And that's it. So I hope you try this wonderful quiche and let me know what you think of it. And I will be looking for some more good recipes next week when I see you again. Until then, have a wonderful week and so long for now. Bye-bye.